Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
The W.E.C.P. proudly presents Aaron Holiday, Jerry Flynn, the Heels of Podcast.
What up, doe? It's Aaron from the W.E.C.P. Podcast, and I'm with...
Jerry Flynn.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going, man. How you doing?
It's been a crazy couple weeks.
Yeah.
Been busy with the BSNerds and trying to make some inroads there and seeing how things go.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Been excited. Been a rough week at work. Just a lot going on, but excited to talk about some wrestling, some entertainment, and a little bit of the entertainment and comics mixing together.
That's it. That's how we got to do it.
All right, so we're going to do wrestling first. We'll see what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. You up for it?
I'm more than ready.
Okay.
That's this wrestling, you fuckface!
Okay, so this week in wrestling, what happened, Jerry?
So, this week in wrestling, the pay-per-view Battleground happened. And what a shit show.
Yeah, I described it in one word. Ew.
Yeah.
It's just god-awful.
I didn't really understand most of the finishes on this pay-per-view, and it didn't go... the matches didn't go as towards my predictions, which, in my opinion, and take it for what it is, were the right choices. It was really hard. This one was a really, really tough one to watch. 110% tough to watch. You caught it, right? You caught the pay-per-view?
Yeah, I caught most of it. The only takeaway that I keep getting from everybody is that, the only match that really, showed decent quality was the tag match. And I'm like, well, anything with Xavier Woods I think is a pile of shit. So that took me out of that match. So the whole show, in full circle... just not good.
Yeah. I mean, if we could do a number ranking on the Battleground, we'll say 10 being like you have to go watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 2.
Oh, dude, I'm giving it like a 1.
Oh, wow.
Come on. The only exciting part was the Great Khali still looks the same.
And you saw the way he climbed that freaking...
Oh, yeah, man. And when I saw him live at a NEW event, oh my god, his ankles are so fucked. Like, his leg, it looks like one leg's pointing one direction, one leg's pointing, just not good.
Those legs are just holding up a massive human being.
Oh yeah.
And the whole Punjabi jail or prison match, whatever, it didn't work before, and I didn't think it was gonna work this time, and I was right. It didn't work for me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Randy Orton, I get it. That's the name on SmackDown. I'm happy in the aspect of him not winning the match. He's had the belt 14 times. Jinder Mahal was a jobber 2 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, whatever it was. Halloween, he was still jobbing on Raw. When I attended the Halloween.
He jobbed his first match in SmackDown.
And now he's actually... he's the guy.
Would the best way to describe it, because now he's the champion.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say he's Canadian.
He is.
It's a big thing. Other than AJ, there's a lot of Canadians wearing some gold around the world.
Yeah, there is. Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
the new face of America.
Yeah, but he's Canadian.
Oh my god. Which I love. I mean, I love KO, Kevin Steen, obviously, Ring of Honor. He's, to me, he is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I love the character. I love his in-ring performance, but I figure, if you make the United States champ a United States citizen, man.
Yeah, I mean, but you say that, and then you got Kenny Omega.
True.
And he's wearing the U.S. title.
Yeah. They are. Wow, you're
for
right.
New Japan. It's all Canadians, man. Jeez. That's what I'm trying to say.
They are taking. Wow, they are taking over.
Yeah. And if you think about it, like, you got Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
You know, and I know he's kind of buried on the roster, but he's still a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He's Canadian. He's on the main roster.
El Generico.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That was never going to translate into WWE.
That would never work. But for all you indie fans out there who've kept up with Sami Zayn, and I mean, I would hope you'd see that he was El Generico.
Allegedly.
We don't know. We don't have proof. We cannot confirm nor deny that.
We have never seen them in the same place at the same time.
Right. So we don't know. We don't know the guy personally. Not yet, anyway. But getting back to Battleground, let's see what other matches were on there.
The garbage that was the flag match.
Okay, so let's jump into that match real quick. I understand the whole thing behind Rusev, this big Rusev return, and I guess his return match with John Cena. You know what, man? Seen it, been there, done that. Let's move on. His hair's short now. That's literally the only difference. That flag match was awful. It was so bad. Just, I have to question WWE's booking, their creative team, and story writing, because, I caught myself, I think, 4 times during that match nodding off. Legit nodding off, because that's just how... To me, the match just dragged on. I'm a very, me personally, give all our listeners a little tidbit about me. I'm a very tough crowd to please when it comes to wrestling, especially in the WWE, which is why, I'm trying to stay into it. I really am.
They make it very hard.
It is, dude. It's hard. It's not like, and again, me and Aaron here, we grew up with the Attitude Era. Aaron before, a little bit before that, with because you're older than me. But from that, what it was and what it is now in the PG era or reality era, whatever.
Yeah, I would say it's more reality era, but it's not even that like PG. It is PG, but it's not like.
Yeah.
It's just not
good.
Yeah, it doesn't tug at the heartstrings anymore.
Nah, I don't feel emotion behind it.
Yeah, the big the big issue I will say, and the guy that I don't want to blame it on like Shane or anybody like that, because I don't know how much control he really has of SmackDown. I blame it on guys that like I actually know that are the head agent on SmackDown is Road Dogg, Jesse James.
Yep, he's been catching a lot of flack too.
He's the head road agent or the head agent on that show. Mm-hmm. Get in there. He is a good ring worker.
Yeah.
He's good at psychology. Obviously, he's good with the mic.
Oh my God.
Get over there. Start helping some of these guys get over.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. They're trying to do different things. They're trying to limit how much like Shinsuke talks. And which is good, because I know some people have like a hard time understanding him. He doesn't speak that bad, but it's, I get it.
Yeah.
There's some times when I listen to, when you listen to like, you watch the movie The Longest Yard, and they had Kali in it.
Oh, yeah.
I can understand him, but I get that that's why they put in the subtitles. It makes sense.
Well, and a lot of people also turn off, by the way, Shinsuke Nakamura, how his body language, how he's always like kind of tweaking and twisting and stuff like that. But, you can't really be mad at that, because if you had kept up with his career, which, and, I understand a lot of, there's a lot of people, and again, WWE fans who are watching the product now who don't know anything about New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor and NEW and OVW and the places that we know. And we actually, so they see this guy come in and he does that thing on the rope where he's a very dramatic entertainer. And like
he wears a coat, his uniform similar, like his gear is similar to like Michael Jackson. Like he's very
100%.
Yeah, he's
100%.
very theatric.
Yeah.
About his presentation. He enjoys that part of it.
I gotta say, man, I love Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal superstar. And, how do you feel about Baron Corbin?
I mean, I think he's bland to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't think he had much personality. I make fun of him a lot for the hair.
Oh, man.
Because that sweet receding hairline, and it's thinning so much on the top.
Oh, so
and he's
bad.
just got it so grown out.
Yeah.
But then I've seen, I try to think of him, what would he look like without hair? And it doesn't look good either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe just, shave your head and always wear a cap.
The sheer thought of him with no hair kind of makes us giggle.
Well, that's the thing. And then you already have Gallows and Anderson that are bald, that are taller guys.
Who look like twins almost. They have the same beard,
Yeah. One's just, the younger brother. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like to me. But I think that's your issue, is that you don't know what to do with some of these guys. They're not bad in the ring. I'm not saying Shinsuke, he's on a whole nother level. I compare him to, AJ. They're on a whole nother level than a lot of the guys in those shows.
Right.
But even, AJ versus
Kevin Owens.
Owens wasn't great either, man. They're just...
And that was the best match of the night.
And it wasn't that good. It's just, that's hard to watch.
Now, again, this is our opinion. So, for all you WWE fans out there who actually loved Battleground, I'm going to say and I feel like I speak for both of us, sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't care. No, fuck 'em. No sorry from me. I'm sorry. No.
We don't do that.
No, I don't apologize for my opinion on wrestling. It's subjective. It's what your emotions speak to you. That's how I take wrestling. That's how I consume my wrestling.
And my emotion that night was I need to go to bed.
Yeah, it wasn't very... didn't tug at anything, man.
Nope.
It didn't get anybody fucking happy. When you walked away from that pay-per-view... Yeah, a lot of the guys either kept their titles or they didn't, and we got the New Day, got the belts.
And here's another
Who cares?
thing. Here's another issue I have with WWE. Remember back in the day when title switches it could happen on Raw, it could happen on SmackDown, it could happen on Backlash. You didn't have to wait until SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania for these title switches. The lack of that nowadays, it kills me.
Yes and no. To kind of go back at what you said earlier when we were talking about the show, you didn't like how they switched it to Owens and then switched it back to AJ on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't do that. I think if the title changes are only going to happen at SummerSlam and WrestleMania, makes them more important.
Okay. But
to your point, also, when they do lose at these other pay-per-views or changed hands, it shouldn't be hey, now he's got it back.
Right.
It shouldn't be like that. I like the fact that they have not flip-flopped the title, the heavyweight title.
Yep.
I like that Jinder still has it.
Yeah.
I think he has a good look.
Yeah.
I think they need to help. Somebody needs to help him, or they need to let him have more extensive promos, not just the same shit over and over again. Let him change it up. Just change it up a little.
Right.
Give it a little bit more flavor. Talking in Pujaji, and that's the other thing. Is he even really saying anything, or is he just talking? We don't know. I'd never asked to have it translated. I don't know.
Me personally, can't tell you.
I don't care. Yeah, but I don't care.
I'm just going to go ahead and assume.
Yeah. Just hope that they're doing it.
Just hope the people of India are really proud of their leader.
Yeah. So we've been very SmackDown oriented.
Yep.
Let's go a little bit to Raw. Let's talk about the big angle. The angle.
The angle.
On Raw.
Angle's angle.
I kind of held off on that because I was wondering to see how it would go.
Yep.
It's gone a whole bunch of nowhere.
Yeah.
They've acknowledged it.
We get it.
Acknowledged it.
And they've also acknowledged it.
They've acknowledged it.
And they want... So the crazy thing, Jason Jordan's getting this huge push, obviously, under the, this whole storyline where he is the son of one Kurt Angle, which makes total sense. I mean, their in-ring, abilities kind of match up. He does remind me of a young Kurt Angle. I feel like him leaving American Alpha... Splitting that team up was a bad idea, in my opinion. and now they want to push him for a title run. Also, a horrendous idea on that. I don't feel like Jason Jordan just has that singles. To me, him and Chad Gable were perfect. Keep them a tag team, man. See, and this is the problem I have with WWE. Why are you destroying something, Shield, so good? You know what I'm saying?
And why do they just not destroy New Day?
I don't know.
And I'm not saying this that, like, the New Day has developed. They're one of those teams that I feel they're going to be like the Freebirds or whatever. They're just going to always be together.
Right.
And that's fine. I like that. There should be teams. Like, I don't remember a singles match ever from my childhood of the Bushwhackers. It's always there. Luke and, Luke and, somebody's going to be killing me right now. But you know what I'm saying. They never, Butch and Luke.
Yep.
They never wrestled apart, and if they did, I never saw those matches. It was probably on TV. I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But
they were always together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should. I think that's the problem. I don't know if Vince just doesn't respect tag teams anymore, but it feels like there are teams that he keeps them together, like the Hardys and stuff. And I don't want them to split up anytime soon. Keep them together. But to kind of counteract your point, they were doing nothing with America Alpha. They had a slight title run, and then quickly got the belts off of them, and then one of them got hurt, and that's been the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't like they split them up, but they weren't doing anything with them anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you're going to give that guy a title run, he needs to be starting out with the smaller titles.
Yeah.
He needs to go after the Intercontinental way before he gets a title, the Universal title shot.
And like I said, I know that's the plan. I could be wrong. But again, in my opinion, give him the IC belt.
Yeah.
Because Miz is on Raw, right?
Yeah, I know. Him and you could do that.
Put him in that fight between him and what's his name? Who's he feuding with now?
It depends.
I don't even know.
He's been feuding with.
It just doesn't. I don't care.
He was feuding with Dean.
Okay. Oh God. All
Or
right.
Ambrose.
So yeah. All right. Well.
Shout out to Jamie. He's still hot garbage, buddy. I'll let you know. Hot garbage.
The purest of Gab. And that's another thing too. They're slowly turning Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose now into a two-man Shield. Like you saw it. Did you watch? I don't know. Did you watch Raw at all?
Yeah.
So Rollins is sitting there.
They're getting back together.
Oh God! So he's sitting there in the middle of the ring, in case no one watched, and obviously they win the match because WWE, and Rollins is sitting there with his fist out, like how they would do in the Shield, and Dean kind of looks at it, thinks about it, decides against it, and just kind of walks off, stops in the middle of the ramp, looks back, again. Just thinks about it, decides against it, and just keeps walking. So I guarantee next week on this show we'll be saying, "Well, hey, you know what? The Shield's back, but it's a two-man Shield now." So because I guarantee on Raw come Monday in a couple days, they're gonna fist bump. I promise.
Yeah, but you don't think that somewhere down the road, leading into okay, so you have SummerSlam coming up.
Yeah.
There's still going to be Survivor Series, right? Are they gonna still do that again or no?
Survivor Series kicks off WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania.
So you
we
don't
have
think
SummerSlam.
You have SummerSlam. You get all their matches out of the way.
Yep.
By Survivor Series time.
That's by November. That's like November, right?
Okay, so you have plenty of time to build it.
Right.
You can somehow swing. You could get Braun Strowman into the. You can get so then that way you have to bring Roman back into it, and then you add like a tag team onto each team,
and put the Shield back together,
and then you have that match for Survivor Series.
Okay, that makes sense. But okay, so I guess here's my question to you.
Quarterbacking the booking community.
My faithful partner, a full Shield reunion. Your thoughts? I mean, I would love to know how you fully think about, now a planned Shield return, and how do you think they'll do, and just give me your how long they're going to be together this time, how far do you think they're going to go, and will the fans eat it up how they did the first time?
I think it's Vince McMahon's special where you end it before WrestleMania because you don't want people talking about it at WrestleMania.
Right. Right.
Because the plan is, I mean, from all the behind the scenes people that have leaked stuff out, apparently there's a high possibility of Roman being the champ after WrestleMania, beating Brock, or at least Brock and him at WrestleMania.
I'm really hoping Samoa Joe wins that title.
I think he deserves a run.
And there's a lot of people I know that say, nah, he didn't do enough to
Brock
deserve it.
doesn't deserve anything.
Thank you. Samoa Joe has done more in his career, and again, I just want to specify, I'm a huge indie guy. So yeah, when Samoa Joe was in TNA, when he was doing his thing, being champ, like everywhere he goes, he was a world champion.
Yeah.
Why not give him the title now? What? Because it's WWE? He can hold that title. He can hold that belt. 110% can hold that belt. At SummerSlam, want to see Samoa Joe hold that title.
Yeah, but then now he's going to have to wrestle Roman at
That's fine.
WrestleMania?
And don't let Roman win. God, because the past 2 years, what has happened? Who's gotten booed out of every pay-per-view so far?
I mean, Roman gets booed, but that's not... To be honest, at the end of the day, I don't blame Roman for anything.
No.
I think he performs well.
Right.
I think some of his actual mic skills have gotten better.
It's creative. Creative's bearing him.
Yes and no. I think it's also the fans looking at it and going, we don't want another John Cena. Not in the aspect of he's not John Cena. He's
Right.
not as bland as John Cena was, especially
Right.
when he was getting pushed on everybody. But it's, you pushed him on us and we don't want to, we want to pick our champion. I think he looks good, man. I think he's a good-looking dude. I think he's a strong dude. I think he's got a great personality if you really let him do it. And shit, man, like, who else would you have at champ? Fucking Lesnar that pops up every once in a while and is going to fail a fucking drug test if you ever put him on one, even though he's trying to get back in the UFC, which is a whole nother goddamn story.
John Jones calls him out.
Yep.
Wants to fight him.
If John Jones wins this fight
Tonight.
against Cormier, he'll they're trying to set that up. I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't know if I give a crap about that fight either. But let's talk about Shinsuke.
Okay.
Let's talk about him not being used. We talked a little bit about how they're kind of limiting his talking a little, which is fine, but he doesn't need to talk. He can show it in the ring. Do you feel that they just don't know what to do with him, or do you feel that they think that he's not going to connect with the fans? His fucking entrance is the most over entrance in probably the world.
More than Bobby Roode.
I feel it is.
Yeah. Okay, so to answer your questions about that, first question, you asked me.
Yeah, do they know how to utilize it?
Okay, no. Not at all.
Obviously, they're showing that they can't. But
they're showing that I feel like they might have drafted him too soon to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And I think
I mean, they drafted him and then waited.
Right.
Which is fine, but
right,
whatever.
Yeah. Just from the matches I've seen from the Ring of Honor stuff, when he fought Kevin Steen, when, New Japan, when he beat Okada and all those guys, his matches in the WWE don't tell a story like how they did before. Even in NXT, phenomenal run in NXT. And I feel like that's another thing that happens with these guys. They leave NXT, Tyler Breeze being the biggest example right now. NXT champ, him and Bo Dallas too. They don't know how to utilize these guys. I'm afraid that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to become a jobber on SmackDown, or worse, Raw.
No, he won't.
I hope not.
He won't. And I think he's one of those wrestlers like an Austin Aries that would just say, "Guys, just release me. This isn't worth my time." And not because he. I'm talking about Shinsuke.
No, I
don't think he would. I don't think he would feel that he's bigger than them, but I think he would look at it and go, "Guys, like I could do more.
Yeah.
You're not letting me.
Right.
I got to get out of here."
Right. And go to an organization where they say, "You know what, man? Here's what's going on. Go out there and do your thing. You have experience." So to answer your question, I just feel like, I don't think they know how to use him.
What would you do with him?
Okay, so again, and people will disagree with me, and that's fine. But I would not put him in a feud with Baron Corbin. Number one, that's where they mess up the first time. Number two, and strike me for saying this, but I want him in a title run for the WWE Championship, because this is where he excels, and I feel like this is where their creative team says, okay, you're in the run for a championship belt, here's your thing, go out there and do it. Not like, okay, well, here's the United States title, you have to do it this way, and we're going to do it this way, but we're going to do it that way, blah, 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 blah. So, and again, this feud between him and Baron Corbin it's nothing. It's because
it's a stopgap to AJ.
Right.
That's really what they're going to do, and which I agree they should do that.
Then I want him and AJ. If he went for a title run for the US title, dude, can you imagine the magic they would make in a 3-way between Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura? Oh my god,
be very interesting.
That would be. I don't care who's on that card that night. I don't give a shit. That's going to be the best match of that night, depending on how it's written. So I am not in that aspect. That's what I would do with him. I would put him with the guys who he has wrestled outside the United States, and also inside in the the more indie stuff like Ring of Honor, and I would keep that going. Put Baron Corbin back into development, because this guy needs to find himself again. And I liked him. I was a mark for Baron Corbin, believe it or not, and he lost me. Done. What about you with Shinsuke?
I just feel you got to put him in there with AJ, and you got to get him with somebody that can put him over, as well as he'll put somebody else over. Man, I don't want to see a title on him right away.
Right.
Because I don't want it to be like with AJ, where like, oh, we finally, AJ wasn't here that long, got the title run, and now it's off of him, and now he's the U.S. title, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I just want to see him. And the same thing happened with Owens.
Yeah.
I want them to build to it, get it, like they used to do in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, and even in the late 90s. A guy that started out, you had to hold the IC title before you could hold the heavyweight title. You don't just come in your first night holding the NXT title, go after the US title, and then within like a year you've got the heavyweight title. No, give it a couple of years. And I get it, it's tough. These guys aren't 25 anymore. They're in their 30s. They're trying to get their prime out of them, but they don't know how to put them in the best position to utilize their prime. I'm bummed that they're wasting Finn Balor on Raw. I think Finn Balor versus Shinsuke would be insane in the WWE. But would they put on a better match than they did in New Japan? Probably not, because they're not allowed to.
Right. And
they're not allowed to use some of the stuff that they like to use. Like, it would be...
like chairs.
Yeah, I just think it would be interesting.
So, and to answer your other question, what was it? Do you think he's over with the fans? Was that one of your other questions?
No, I just said that like he's probably the most over entrance and over with the fans.
Okay, yeah, and he is. Yeah. His song is highly downloaded off of iTunes.
Yep.
But, as far as to wrap up the whole Shinsuke Nakamura thing, I would put him in a title run. You want this to kind of simmer a little bit with AJ and Kevin Owens, right? With as far as the feuding goes. So I feel like whatever, and I don't know his match for SummerSlam. I don't know what's going on for SummerSlam.
I don't really.
We just have to wait and see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But right now, no, I'm not happy with what they're doing with him, and I know you're not either. So I actually kind of want to bring up this whole Big Cass and Enzo Amore thing real quick before we move on. I just want to address Big Cass's entrance music. It's so bad. Have you listened to it at all on Raw?
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
It doesn't fit him. It doesn't suit what he's like trying to like, and his whole new character. Boring. And I knew this was going to happen. Like, again, And they weren't doing anything either with the tag team. No tag team titles, no nothing like that. So why go this way that they're going with it? I mean, I don't want to see him fight Enzo for the next year and a half and have Big Show come out to save him, and then they get into it, and that's it. Like,
I think they're trying to put him over as a giant. So put him in there with the biggest guy you got.
I just don't. I don't know about you. I'm not seeing it.
I just didn't like that they broke him up so quick. They never got a title run.
Yeah.
In NXT or on the main roster.
And we all know Enzo is not getting a Universal title run ever.
No.
Ever. I will go as far as to say Cruiserweight.
Maybe, and I think that's a slight to him because he is a good worker.
Yeah.
And I think he could help you. He could be not a mid-level guy, but I don't want to call him a jobber either. I think he'd be that tweener guy that you can throw out there with a really good guy and make him look good, and he could still do his normal shtick on the way in and on the way out.
I mean, he's turning into a jobber, but...
Yeah, that's what it is. But the big thing that I took away from this week is Y2J is back.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't gone that long, but...
No, but finally.
Yeah, no, I mean, they needed something, and hopefully that will be the shot in the arm to SmackDown, build it a little bit better, and just see what happens next.
I mean, they were in a 3-way on SmackDown. They did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
You know, and it's good because Chris Jericho, you know, to me, Jericho is the original back in the 90s, the quote-unquote, and again, my opinion, you know, and most respect to like Eddie Guerrero and all those guys, but I loved Chris Jericho as like the high flyer, the guy who's trained in Japan and in Mexico, who had like all this different stuff. So when he wrestles, I get excited. He's hands down like one of my favorite. He's definitely top 10 on my list. So what a hell of a match they had too. Those guys really tore the house down on Tuesday, and that's saying a lot because that episode sucked.
All right, so you went to NEW last night, Jerry.
I did.
And how was that? Who was there? Who were the big names that were there? How was it? You know, what did you take away from it?
So it was at Muzzy Field and here in Connecticut, in Bristol. The big names that were there last night were Jack Swagger, Kevin Nash, Rey Mysterio. I think that's it for like the huge names.
Okay.
It was a really good show. Everyone did a hell of a job.
Now, who did Ray face?
Ray faced...
was he an indie guy, or was he...
I think his name is Jacob Nolly. Something like that, I believe. Actually, it's funny. At the show yesterday, I picked up... I was lucky enough to find Kenny Omega figure. And the guy who sold me this Kenny Omega figure that was him.
Oh, all right.
When he walked out to the ring, I was like, whoa. I was like, well, wait. It's the guy that sold me the Kenny Omega figure. What the hell? I had no idea he was a superstar. I'd have to look up what his... Oh, Caleb Nolly. That's his name. Caleb Nolly or something like that.
He must be part of like...
Conley. Caleb Conley or something?
Is he part of like the Kingdom? Was that like... Did they mention that?
No. There was no...
All right. No, because I know that's like a stable of guys.
Oh, the Kingdom? Yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah, no, he didn't say anything about that. He wrestled Rey Mysterio, so that was a pretty good match. It went over quick. Robbie E was there again last night. I talked to him for a little bit. Flip Gordon was there. I talked to him. Asked him when the next Being the Elite episode's coming out and if he's going to be in it. And he says, yep, absolutely. He goes, he's like, Nick and Matt have some good content coming out in a couple weeks. I'm like, I was excited. And I told him, how I love the episodes he's in because he's like the butt of their jokes. And he's like, yeah, he goes, let's get, he's like, they're good guys. And he's like, they kick me a lot. But the show is great. They're wrestling again next Sunday in Bethany. I'm gonna try and go to that. I don't know the card for Sunday yet. I gotta do some research on that, see who's gonna be there. As far as like the big names go, but it's like the usual guys are gonna be there, like Wrecking Ball, Man Scout, and all those guys. So
Man Scout.
We
saw him wrestle. What is his name? The big guy. It's what he calls himself now. It's Ryback.
Oh yeah.
Saw them wrestle, and it was so funny. I had to show one of my guys at work because we were talking about it. Like, there's a guy like that's his shtick.
Yeah.
Is he's an adult Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Like, not the scout leader, kind of, but he is, and he wrestles, and he had a good match.
Yeah.
It was good.
I mean, and people were. I mean, he lost, but people were.
He's their jobber.
He is. Yeah,
but he seems like a good guy.
He had a really good match. Between it was him and
Did you? Go ahead. Sorry, no.
No, I forgot. I have the guy's name on the tip of my tongue, but he looks like the Ultimate Warrior. He wears like green and black.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Sorry about that. I'm drawing a blank right now. But he had a really good match, and I don't know if I want to say that it was a retirement match because people were cheering him out like this was it for him.
Maybe he's going somewhere. Like maybe he's going overseas, or he's getting into
maybe, or it'd be cool too. Maybe maybe he got a new job somewhere. Let's see. I want to look up the name here because I don't want to.
But I was going to ask you did you see a guy setting up the ring or anything? Looked like the guy in the photo that me and Dave have on our like Facebook pages and stuff. There's a guy we call him Buff Dad, but he essentially is part of their ring crew, and we met him at a local show. Brian Anthony
versus Man Scout Jake Manning.
There you go. No, I don't think I probably saw him there, but I don't think I actually met him.
Yeah, I mean,
we met the guy Buff Dad at a local show in Groton, and we ended up talking to him and everything, and then we went to the show with Cody and Angle wrestling the main event. We saw him and we just kept screaming his name, Buff Dad, Buff Dad, and he would like turn around and go, and we like Buff Dad and wave at him, and he would just like shake his head and go back to what he was doing. It was like that's probably the only time he's ever had to do that character.
Yeah.
But to us, he's Buff Dad
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time you see him now,
John, Dave's buddy, it like recorded it, and then you just hear John go, "The saddest thing ever," and just see me and Dave trying to talk to Buff Dad after the show, and he's just like avoiding us at all costs.
Buff Dad,
Buff Dad.
Buff Dad, this one's for you.
Yeah. So he wanted no part of it. After the show, I will not speak of Buff Dad until I get a handshake next time, and he doesn't act like I'm a piece of shit. But no, like, so you had a great time, and you would recommend it to friends and family?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys love the indie scene, you love seeing some, the older superstars from WWE. A lot of guys who left WWE have wrestled for NEW. Matt Hardy being one of them.
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam too.
Well, I was going to say also, Mike Bennett held their heavyweight title and then lost it to Cody.
And now Cody's
the current heavyweight champ of their.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
That alone will get me to go to this show because Ricochet is a monster in the ring. So, anyone out there, go on their Facebook page,
Northeastern
Wrestling. Yep. Northeast Wrestling on their Facebook page. And they, last night's show was called Wrestling Under the Stars. So we were, it was outdoors. It was outdoors. It was nice. There was plenty of room for everybody. The next one is going to be in Bethany, and on August 27th, Chris Jericho is going to be at the show, and he has a match in Danbury.
Nice.
So hopefully we can go and cover that.
Yeah, no, I want to see that.
So you'll be able to meet Chris Jericho, and he'll have the list. So this is the show, August 6th. It's called NEW Heatwave. Cody Rhodes will be there, Dijak, Wrecking Ball Legertsky. Shout out to Spencer. The new tag team champs, the Now, they won yesterday. Flip Gordon, Ron Zombie, and Keith Lee. All those guys are going to be there. And once again, that's Sunday, August 6th. In the new arena, Bethany, Connecticut. And the show starts at 4 p.m.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll get into the meat here.
Yep.
The part that I'm pretty excited about. I wasn't as, I want to talk about wrestling, but the way Battleground went and the way some of these builds
Stale.
have gone.
Stale this week.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about entertainment.
Yep. I've been waiting.
And we're going to slash it with comics because a lot of the entertainment that's coming in this part mixed together with the comics.
Yep, 100%.
So we're going to do that. And
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Okay, so for the this week for entertainment, Aaron, as you know and I know, San Diego Comic-Con just recently happened, and I'm just going to jump right into this. Obviously, every year, anyone who knows anything about Comic-Con knows that this is the time where these epic movie trailers are released for the upcoming superhero films. Announcements for new movies and development, or surprise appearances from people. I know a couple years ago they were hinting at a Gambit movie, so glad that worked out. So let's get right into this. The first order from the list I want to talk about is the Justice League trailer. Have you seen it?
yes.
Okay. So what did you...
Yay or nay, Jerry? Yay or nay? We'll just give it a 50-50. Do you like it or you don't?
I do like it.
Okay, so you do like it.
I do.
What don't you like about it? Because I can see the look on your face.
Okay, so watching the trailer, everything is... It looks like it's going to run smoothly. I just cannot seem to get out of my head that this is insanely rushed. I just feel, and it might work when it comes to Justice League. Not everyone has to follow the Marvel formula, which has been nothing but tremendous for them. Put a couple more movies out a year.
You build to it.
You build to it.
They haven't done that.
I don't know who's the main villain. Is it Ares? Is that what they're going with in this one?
No,
Justice League.
From what I heard, is the possibility of.
Is his name like Monsoon or something like that or whatever? I gotta look this up now because, and again, I'm just trying to understand. It feels like Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
it just kind of came out of nowhere. The villain wise, I mean, obviously we knew. Let's see here. Look at my. Okay.
The big thing that I took away from it was they all look great.
Oh yeah, the costumes
they all look great.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone look. Ben Affleck. Hate me if you want. Best on-screen Batman I've seen live
so
action.
far. Yeah,
so far. Steppenwolf. That's the character. He's a god character.
It's part of the New Gods.
Part of the New Gods. Yep. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Sinks. Okay, Darkseid. Okay, so that's where they're going.
So it's going to be Darkseid and Steppenwolf.
Okay, so let's talk about that. All right. I didn't get obviously a clear shot of Steppenwolf. I don't know much about the character per se, but all I know is that he is a bringer of destruction. He's a very, very tough villain to get into, from also what I hear, because it's either utilize him good or they utilize him bad. It's just a berserker is what it is, and I'm trying to understand, how this is going to work. Is he working with Darkseid? Where's this going? Visually, the movie looks phenomenal. Like we're talking about, the costumes look good. I'm a little iffy on Ezra Miller's Flash. I'm still a little iffy on that.
Why don't they... How do they not use the guy they have on TV? Or use... Because they don't have a Green Arrow character yet.
Right.
Why don't you use the two guys you already have under contract?
So, basically, this is how that goes.
They don't touch.
Two completely different universes. Grant Gustin, I believe his name is, from The Flash. You watch the show. You're a fan, I'm assuming. That's Barry Allen.
Yep.
I would love to see the guys from the show who've earned their way, I feel like, into a movie role with these characters.
Yep.
And again, it just goes to show that, like, there are like WWB probably doesn't care or whatever. It's like, well, they don't tie in. We want to keep this separate. Yeah. I can't picture anyone else besides Charlie Hunnam to be Green Arrow, and that's only if he did the Jax Teller look. And again, that might confuse people because he's looked like that, been there, done that. Yeah, and I don't even know what he's doing as far as his career goes, because that King Arthur movie was a total flop and made no money. But that's besides the point. Ben Affleck looks amazing. Gal Gadot looks amazing. I don't know who's playing Cyborg. I forgot his name, but...
So basically, the other thing that I heard about this is you have, Justice League. Mm-hmm. The trailer came out for that. Mm-hmm. Saw it, loved it. Mm-hmm. I loved it. Yep. So far, what I've seen. Yep. I'm the same way I did with Wonder Woman. I'm going to hold off until I see the movie. Right. Only complaint I had about Wonder Woman, the Ares, you should have just gone full CG like you said. Don't waste your time with his face. I mean, come on, man. It's the guy from fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
So you just can't, I can't turn that off.
Right. And Jackie pointed that out to you?
Yes.
So that does not get the Jackie stamp of approval.
I don't think so.
No, and if she were here right now, she would agree.
But I think the big issue that I see is you're getting a Justice League movie, and you're going to get a Aquaman movie, and we're going to get a Flash movie before we ever get a Batman movie.
Yes. Let's veer into Aquaman for a minute.
Which I like Aquaman.
I think Jason Momoa...
I respect him.
I think that's the movie.
Yeah, no.
He's going to be the movie. I could tell you already from the trailers, he is going to be the hardest one to recruit, okay? And when he does come in for the fight, he's going to have the best-looking scenes, the best-looking fight scenes.
He better have his...
Visually with the water.
Yeah, he better have his finisher from fucking...
Injustice.
The first Injustice game.
Something. Use the trident, man.
Yeah.
Call down some lightning and shock someone's ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, something, Yeah. So, I think, like I said, I think Jason Momoa, I think he's going to kind of, and again, this is just, my opinion, what I foresee this to be, but I think he's going to carry the movie.
So he's going to steal the show.
Pretty much. Like how Batman stole it in Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only reason why, other than that movie was awful, but Ben Affleck made that movie. When I saw him in the suit, I was like, yeah, that's Batman. I mean, and no disrespect to what's his name, who was him before, Christian Bale. I just, the whole Bat voice threw me off.
Yeah.
Well, it
got worse towards the end.
Yeah. And I liked, and people didn't like a dark Batman. It's Batman. He's not exactly the most jolly character out there. I mean, Jesus, the kid witnessed his parents get murdered.
Yeah.
Like, we want him to be happy about it. Like, oh, no, it's fine. No.
They won 66, Batman.
Also, another announcement. Speaking of Batman, Flashpoint. Yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Lauren Cohen. You got Negan and Maggie right there. You got Batman. You got the Joker. I hope this is going to become a thing. I'm very excited to see them on screen as, oh my god, him in the Batman suit, perfect with the red eyes and everything. But as far as, like I said, Justice League goes, I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah, no, I went and saw Batman v Superman.
Yeah,
by myself. I was like, I'm not going to force anybody to go with me on this one. But I went and saw it, and I didn't hate it. Mm-hmm. But I definitely had some serious issues with a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it introduced us to our Batman. Yep. It introduced us to our Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. And they both did great.
Yeah, I mean, which turned out being a good idea.
She did great in her movie.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me is like people talk about it. It's like, oh, I don't know. They're talking about how they want to do a Batgirl movie somewhere down the road.
Okay.
And that's going to be Josh Whedon's. He's switched sides. He's not on Marvel anymore.
Really?
So Josh Whedon is going to be doing a Batgirl.
Okay.
And that's what he's wanted to for a long time. Apparently, he was given the ability to write a Batgirl movie, when he was doing Buffy.
Right.
And it was basically like just scrapped.
So nothing came.
So nothing was going to come out of it. So he wants to do it really bad. And people were like, well, why don't you have a woman doing it? It's like, you just had a woman do Wonder Woman.
And it was highly successful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No one's saying it. You can't do it without a woman.
Right.
Or if you do it with a woman, it won't be... No, like, we established that.
Mm-hmm.
Just this guy is made so much fucking money for Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
And done it right. Why not give him a character that's not as popular?
Yeah.
And let him do it. He's obviously written a whole show about a female character. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around the block.
He wants to do it. It's not like he's like,
and that's
listen, guys,
better.
I just got handed this, so I'm gonna have to make, I'm gonna have to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. No, you're gonna make something out of fucking what you've been given, and you love it, so you're gonna make it great.
Someone who's that excited, I feel you should give him the job because you know it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
like
he's gonna do it.
He's a good, he's a good director. Age of Ultron was, whatever. But with the Batgirl movie, I feel like he could knock this right out of the park.
Oh, easily.
Like I said, and especially if he's excited to do it.
Yeah,
those are the guys you want to do these movies. You know what I'm saying?
Guys that have a passion for it. People.
Right.
Hold on. Let me rephrase that before I get more shit.
Yeah.
People that have a passion for the product and they give a shit.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you should be doing the movies.
Like Channing Tatum with Gambit.
Yeah.
He's gonna fork his own money in because he wants this movie done.
So he's gonna try to be. He's gonna try to do what
Ryan Reynolds did. And if it takes time, then it takes time.
I think just Gambit's a hard character for some people to get their minds around. If you weren't a fan of the animated series as much as maybe you were, that's not gonna, for whatever reason, doesn't resonate with people.
Or Jim Lee.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even have this Gambit.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. To me, that's just a character, another topic in time, with our channel. But
so let's talk about the trailer.
The trailer of all trailers?
Yeah, the trailer of all San Diego Comic-Con this year.
The trailer, the most popular trailer that's going to destroy every movie that's coming out the end of this year.
Which is crazy. It took 3 movies with this character.
to finally get it right.
And here's the thing. The actor is great.
Yeah.
The characters in it are great.
Yep.
The premise for all these fucking movies is just what's horrible.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And the storyline for it. So, what we're talking about is Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. Not the Dark World, but the Rag. The Rag.
The Rag. Looks great.
Looks absolutely phenomenal. When the trailer first dropped months ago, like the 1 minute teaser or whatever, they had like the Led Zeppelin song, like the immigrant song in the background. I was like, oh my god, like yes, like finally. But this Comic-Con one, and I love that they do. I love that they wait till now. I hate it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying?
I think the fact that they're going to show Bruce Banner and the Hulk.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, I'm always angry or something like that. I think it's going to show him trying to like figure out ways to control it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to be good for that too.
Well, we have, let's see. So, Kate Blanchett as Hela.
Yeah.
Thor throws, Mjolnir at her. She catches it, cracks it, destroys the whole thing. Awesome way to start off this, the teaser trailer. But to see her in the full Hela outfit with the crazy, spikes and all that shit all over her. And there are some points in the trailer that, if you guys watch the Comic-Con trailer, they show more of what looks to be like I feel like the movie's going to start off in that slow-mo where she shows her throwing the sword at all those guys from Asgard on the horses.
Yeah.
That visual alone sucked me right in, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm excited for a Thor movie. His eyebrows aren't bleached this time around. It's amazing.
Well, here's the other thing. He's gonna actually fight in the helmet.
How many years have we been saying this?
Yeah, no, that was always your biggest thing. Like, where the fuck's the helmet?
Dude. All right, so we've watched a good portion, almost all the Marvel movies together.
Yeah,
and before we even walk in the theater, I say to Aaron all the time, I go, listen, man, if this dude's not wearing that helmet, I'm gonna be pissed because
and he never does.
So lo and behold, you play the trailer. He walks in, has the helmet in his hand, puts it on, slides the shit down, the guards or whatever. I could have cried. Yeah. I could. I'm so excited. I could kiss you right now. That's how excited I am.
Yeah, stay over there, Jerry.
I'll stay right on my side. Tom Hiddleston returning as Loki.
Yeah, like that looks cool.
He looks awesome. You know, he's got like this weird, maybe not the full helmet now, but he's got it's like a strap with the horns. Which, hey, perfect. Chris Hemsworth as Thor. What do you think of the hair loss? How do you feel about that? Him having the short hair and.
Well, he's battling and he's on another planet.
So does it look weird to you?
It's weird.
Okay.
But I can get past it.
I can
get past it if I can get past the helmet. Let's think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you get past the helmet, you can get past a little bit of hair.
Lose the hair, keep the helmet.
Yeah.
You got me in. Yeah. Mark Ruffalo returning as Hulk and as Bruce Banner, so we're going to see a little bit of both.
And I heard there's a possibility of a little bit of Doctor Strange action in this movie. There's a high possibility of that.
Now you're just twisting my nipples. Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's crazy.
He's the Grandmaster. Idris Elba's come back as Heimdall. Another phenomenal actor. Anthony Hopkins, Odin.
Yep.
Let's keep this going.
I love him.
Carl Urban as the Executioner. He's the guy with the ball with the two machine guns and stuff like that. So, Ray Stevenson's Volstagg. Okay, he's returning. Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Cumberbatch. Let's talk about Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. So in the trailer, she's the one that shoots the netting on Thor and drags him, and she's like, a contender, like who'd you bring to me? And she's like, a contender. Has his haircut, stuff like that. A lot of people are kind of, again, and not to bring, the last thing I want to do is bring like race drama in this in our channel. But just like with Michael B. Jordan as Johnny Blaze, again, people are saying, well, Valkyrie's white, and why is she black in this one, and blah, 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 blah. You'd think people get past that by now. Me, personally, I think she's a gorgeous woman. She looks phenomenal as the part right there.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's another one.
She will absolutely kill this role.
Yep.
110% will kill this role in a good way. I'm not saying she's going to murder the role. She's going to be good as Valkyrie. So people need to just kind of take a step back and relax on that. But as far as trailer ranks for me, I give it 8 heels out of 10.
Nice. I don't know how to say this nicely. I'm more excited about this movie than I was Guardians 2.
Ooh, and you love Guardians.
Guardians 2 was tough for me.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I had moments where I was like, And it's even got, Kurt Russell in it, which I love him.
Yondu's scene, the ship scene?
Oh yeah, like that's tough.
That was the best part of the whole movie.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing like I'm doing with the DC movies, but the opposite. Like, I'm overly excited. I'm gonna contain my excitement and try to like hold it in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Try.
Oh, I'm trying.
Half chubbed right now, but
just half?
Yeah, just half.
Okay, we're half chub people. Well, that's my thing with and like I said, going back to Justice League. I'm gonna really try and I'm going in there with my head held down. But Thor, I'm going in there with my head held high.
Oh yeah,
110%.
Oh yeah,
because Marvel has let me down a little bit in the past, but I'm trying really hard to get past the whole humor thing. I don't know. Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
No, I haven't
Homecoming.
Seen it yet.
Okay, so
I heard it was really good. My stepbrother he genuinely hates a lot of the stuff they've done with the Spider-Man movies because that's his guy. Like, he owns all the Spider-Man comics. He tells me all the time, he's like, Aaron, like, they finally did something right.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. All right.
I loved the movie up until the final post-credit scene. And then it just totally shot me right in the mouth. So...
Like, good shot in the mouth? Or
No, like a bullet in the mouth.
Oh, okay, so like prison.
Prison mouth.
All right.
Yeah, not bedroom mouth.
Okay, so prison mouth.
Yeah.
No.
When you see it, you'll understand why.
All right.
But you might like it. I know that, a bunch of people I talked to said, no, this is what this movie needed. It was, without giving it away to you, it was the biggest troll I've ever seen. The movie trolls the fans.
Okay.
But not, in my opinion, not in a good way.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you and I have had a lot of differences on movies.
A different taste, if you will.
Yeah.
You like white wine. I like red.
Yeah, that's just, it is what it is.
So,
to stay on the San Diego Comic-Con
okay.
train that we're rolling on,
Yep.
did you get a chance to watch or see any of the promotion about Mattel? Which Mattel, I'm talking about the WWE and Mattel.
Yep.
Mattel actually re-upped until 2021 or 22 with WWE now, so they're still having the exclusive rights to that.
Okay.
What did you think? What were the figures that you were like, oh my god, 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 oh my god? Which I did.
Okay, so I saw a couple of videos of the list. And I will start off with the new what are they called? Not the basic figures, what are the other ones?
Elites?
Okay, yeah, so the new Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
And I think out of all the figures, that's the only one I'm kind of excited for.
Okay.
Yeah, and it it's only because different face scan. Mm-hmm. No dreadlocks yet, but they put him in his vest, like wolf, the vest he used to wear and stuff like that. They gave him a different lantern, which I think is gonna actually light up now.
Oh wow!
So that's
the ring does now.
And so that's what I'm most excited for. I think there's another Finn Balor coming out.
Yep.
That looks like that. Actually, all his figures, there hasn't been a bad one yet.
No.
They've all been, and they're really hard to find.
To an extent.
Right. Well,
the basics
if
tend to sit on the shelves.
Right, but if you want an elite
elites.
like the one that you picked up, that's you're gonna be paying some money. But like I said, I'm waiting for if they ever and the Shawn Michaels Diesel 2-pack.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the only. I almost said that there was no Shawn, but there was.
There was a Shawn, and I
love that Shawn.
I love that Shawn too.
The Diesel's face looks a little rough.
Right, and again, this is just early, so hopefully
they fix it.
It's not Jax. That's all. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
They gave him like that doofy.
Yeah,
his 2-pack and the Bray Wyatt Elite that's coming out. Those are the ones, and whatever Finn Balor is coming out, obviously. Those are the ones I'm marking out for.
I was pumped about the DIY figures. They look fucking amazing.
So who's part of the
DIY?
Yeah.
That's Tommaso Ciampa and Joey Gargano.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
They look great.
Are those basics?
I feel like those could be...
Are those elites?
Those could be elites.
Wow.
They look good.
So they're jumping all the way. They're skipping skipping the base.
They might.
Jumping to the E.
Yeah, why not?
Wow. Hey.
I mean, come on, Charlotte still hasn't gotten one, so I mean, why not?
You're right. Wow, that's awful, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
and I think she's supposed to be getting one with a new face scan that doesn't look bad.
Oh, they're about, let's see, how many?
Couple years late.
Couple years late on that, guys.
Yeah.
I do like, I hope WWE sticks with Mattel.
Yep.
Because obviously we know the Jax. Oh my God. Awful. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a diehard Shawn Michaels fan, but he got
a lot of love.
Yeah, a lot of love. That face scan.
Well, no, my point is he got
figure wise,
he got a ton of figures. He still does.
Face scan wise, they wiped their asses with it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope Mattel. I hope they stay like forever. Unless someone else comes out better looking figures. But no, to give you my the Bray Wyatt, the Finn, whatever Finn Balor is coming out. I don't know if he's painted this time or if he's not painted.
I don't think he's painted.
And then the Shawn Diesel 2-pack.
I'm excited about that.
Who else is coming out? Do you have the list on you? Or?
No, I don't have a list, but I have.
Do you remember?
There's one figure that, like, when I saw it, that goes with the list I have printed out.
Yeah.
So they've slowly started to do, like, NWO Red and Black.
Okay.
So we've gotten the Kevin Nash.
Yep.
We've gotten the Sting.
Okay.
We're gonna get Macho Man.
What?
Red and Black Macho Man.
Oof, you just kind of turned the tables on me there.
Now he just had the defining moments.
Yep.
Which they're also going to have another basic of him that looks great. It's going to be the Macho King. It's going to say Macho King on his tights.
He also has a Walmart exclusive of Macho Madness. The one I showed you. I don't know. Did we ever go see it?
I don't think so.
So it's like what he wore in in Ready to Rumble.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they dressed him in, like the sunglasses, and the tights.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've
so
seen that.
the chain around his neck and stuff like that. So I actually got to pick that up because that figure looks grade A.
I still haven't picked up the defining moments. I will.
I mean, it'll be there. Well, hopefully.
Slowly starting to come off the shelf.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I mean, every time I go, there's one less. So I think that everybody's slowly picking them up.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Initially, it was crazy. Everybody online was trying to get them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now it's finally hit the stores. It's a little bit.
Remember his 2-pack with him and CM Punk for the All-Star line?
Yeah.
That because he died that same year, so it blew.
I mean, see, I wanted that, but I just don't. I could cut off half of it and give it to you because I could care less about CM.
And I love CM Punk.
Yeah, I don't. I even sold you one of his figures.
You did.
Yeah, I just don't care.
I love it. Comes with the urn.
But so to kind of go off of the Red and Black part, I printed out the list of the members of Red and Black.
Okay.
The Wolf Pack, NWO, woo! Mm-hmm. The figures I'm dying to see. So we've already gotten Nash. We're getting Randy Savage. We've gotten a Sting.
Yep.
Scott Hall just had essentially an NWO figure just come out. He's in the Elite line that's out right now.
Yep.
He's wearing his red and black, but it's that he wore that when he was in NWO. So he comes with an NWO white, black and white shirt.
Okay. Which
is fine. I can live with that. That could be your NWO red and black. You can use it either way.
Yep.
But dude, I need a Lex Luger.
Yep.
And I need a Conan.
Ooh.
I need a Conan. Because I used to have his T-shirt. It said 187 on bricks. Spray painted on bricks in the front.
Yep.
On the back it said Conan.
I
had that shirt.
Wow. You know what? And I forgot that he was even part of the Red and Black.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, he was there.
So I'm wondering why there's... Maybe, do you think because he works for AAA?
Yeah, he's not going to get
Or no, Lucha Underground and AAA?
He's not going to get one.
So, okay, so we're
not going to get one.
So might as well just cross that off the list.
But that's the one I want.
Call Mattel.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
And just
listen, work out a deal here.
Mattel, the power of podcast that we could...
we need this.
We will plug you guys.
I'm going to start talking to the guys from Fully Posable and be like, listen, get on that. Start talking to the right people.
That's
you got connections. I know they said, I've looked up a list, and they said, like, Kurt Hennig,
Yep.
Rick Rude,
Yep.
And, those guys were part of it at one point of the Wolfpack.
Yep.
I'm not as excited about that because I don't really remember them being part of, like, the core group. The core group to me is Nash, Hall, not even Hall, really. Nash, Sting,
Yep.
Luger, Macho Man, and Conan. Those were the 5 guys that really stand out in my head.
Yeah.
And then obviously Scott Hall was there, but he was.
But when it comes to Wolfpack, right? Not the.
Yeah, when I think of the Wolfpack,
red and black.
Not
the white
red,
and black.
The red and black.
Okay.
That's who I think of. I really want that. What's a figure you're dying to see?
Honestly, man, I really would love to get a reimagining of the Shawn Razor 2-pack. You know how Jax did that?
Yeah.
I want that again.
Well, don't you own it?
I own the Jax one.
Yeah.
I want a Mattel.
You want a better one?
I want a better one.
Okay. You want it to come with a ladder?
I want it to come with the ladder. I want it to come with the 2 titles.
Yep.
Because that's like one of the best. That's like one of the best WrestleMania matches
of all time.
That's when he was just breaking in. This first time he ever wore hearts on his tights and stuff like that. So, granted, he lost, but won it back at SummerSlam the year prior. So, now, do you want me to tell you who I want outside? Who hasn't had a figure
I'm just
yet?
going to talk about like
In
general. Like, what are the ones that really like pump you up? Like right now, they're going to be putting out another Miss Elizabeth. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the one that matches his WrestleMania 3 gear.
Yeah.
Like what she wore at WrestleMania 3.
Yep.
But if you ask me, I want the 2-pack of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and George the Animal Steel at WrestleMania 3.
Ooh.
Like,
I didn't even think about that.
Now, if not, just give me at least Ricky the Dragon Steamboat WrestleMania 3.
Wow.
Defining moment.
And they never even did that, huh?
I don't know.
And I don't think...
I know they haven't done it.
But does Ricky Steamboat have that...
big of a following?
Yeah, I mean, well, I know he does, but is Vince going to sit there or whoever does the whole...
Vince doesn't decide that shit. Mattel tells them, hey, do we... I think Mattel essentially gets the... Hey, can we make this figure? Do you have the rights to it? Yes. Okay. And then they go and make one.
So that's probably is how it goes down.
I mean, I'm sure they get told, like, hey, we really want you to get more Finns out there. We want you to get, this character really
push Finn Balor, yeah.
Push Sasha Banks or something like that.
Push John Cena, because, what's
we
one
get
more...
one of those in every fucking set.
But what's one more John Cena figure?
That's the same thing with Roman. Roman's got a shit ton of figures now.
Right. Well, it's like when the 2K18 comes out. The Nuff edition, or whatever his edition is called, the 15 years of John Cena, you get a figure that only comes with the game.
Yep.
And plus, they have the Make-A-Wish figure that's coming out from the little boy who designed his own, and that's cool. I mean,
no, that stuff. Like, if it goes to a good cause,
that's
by
perfect.
all means, I would support that.
Yeah, absolutely. But what about you though? When it comes what figure besides is there anything else besides Ricky Steamboat and George Animal Steel? How about Steamboat versus Macho Man? How's that? Maybe.
I really want the... It's tough. I really want a... I know they've already done it. They've already done like a Piper's Pit, stuff like that.
Ooh.
I really want... Oh, you know what I really want? I want a... And people are going to laugh at me, but I don't care. That's something I'd want. I want the announcer's set.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, my God.
Give me that. And make them look right. And make them proportional. And make them the old school... Give them the old school headphones to sit them right next to my ring.
Anyone who is a diehard wrestling fan should not laugh at that at all, because before JR and Vince and King and Macho Man, you had the Brain and you had Gorilla Monsoon, which most people say, you know what? That's it. To some people, that's their commentating team.
Yep.
They think they're the best.
I think they're the best.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people tell me, oh, no, Gorilla and Jesse. I'm like,
No.
I forget that he was the commentator for WrestleMania 3.
But you know what, though? You need someone like Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I just think Bobby and the Brain Heenan, him, like, I think the difference was Jesse and Gorilla, Gorilla didn't, I would say, wouldn't intimidate Jesse, not saying in real life, but like in real life, I don't think he would intimidate him.
No.
The Brain, as much as he was a former wrestler and this and that, Gorilla would intimidate the shit out of him. He's a lot bigger than him.
Oh my God, absolutely.
He's a massive man.
Gorilla Monsoon even came in the ring at one show and got in Vader's face, and
he's a big dude.
He did not, when he was the president, whatever. Like Gorilla Monsoon, listen, he is and forever will always be a legend.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what a single person says. Gorilla Monsoon, and especially Bobby the Brain Heenan. You know, God rest Gorilla Monsoon's soul, and God bless Bobby Heenan because he's going through hell right now with his mouth cancer and stuff like
he
that.
Missed the last con that I went to.
And go figure, out of all the people to get that, the one guy who got paid the most money for using his mouth.
Yep.
Like that's and my dad's a huge fan of Bobby Heenan. You know, that's who he grew up with. So it's for him to see that too, he's like, well, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like it's sad. It's truly sad. But with that being said, I hope Mattel down the line does make announcers. I mean, they're making a Corey Graves.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't hate it. I don't look bad.
No, I mean,
don't get it.
I don't have a problem with the guy, but let's get Gorilla Monsoon out. Let's get another King. Let's get JR. Let's get Jesse Ventura.
I want the announcing version of those guys.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want another Jerry Lawler figure. I want Jerry Lawler, the commentator.
I don't want the Jerry Lawler figure. I want him behind the desk.
Yeah,
I don't want him in the well, I mean, he used to wear his ring gear.
No, he
to
did,
the ring.
but he would always wear like
the overcoat and all that, like the Bret Hart looking coat.
Yeah, just give him that.
And let's cancel the Bret Hart figures. I would love. Oh, you know what? I want an Owen figure.
You're never gonna get it. His wife will never sign off.
Well,
She's
son
still
of a
fighting.
bitch.
She's still fighting with Vince.
Well, hey, you know what? Mattel, make it happen.
Yeah,
I want a defining
she's
moment.
been
No, I know.
She's been contacted and has politely declined.
Oh man, can you imagine a defining moments Owen
she
Hart?
Won't care. Give him defining moments with the Slammies.
With the Slammies and the what is it? The 2 belts he used to wear on him too. The tag and the European title.
Yep.
I just sold how many figures right now just by saying that.
Oh, totally.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a guy that's doing a custom one right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the Elite, he's making an Elite. It looks amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Now, whose body is he going off of?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember where he yanked what. I didn't look it up. I just saw it on I saw it on Twitter and I've seen it on Instagram. And he uses like, you remember the old Elite box style that has like the blue?
Mm-hmm.
It had the blue and white.
Yep.
Blue and white.
Yep.
He uses that.
Okay.
But it looks good.
Wow.
And it says on it, it says his name, and then on the back it says his name, and then it says King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, it'd be perfect. That's all we need.
That's
all we want. Mattel. Make it happen.
And I'm thinking about it. And like I said, I was like we were quiet for a second there.
Yeah.
You're picturing in your head, right?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about Owen Hart. And I'm just like, damn, that would be even a 2-pack with him and British Bulldog. Oh my god.
Or just
him.
Or okay, so you've made a Nation of Domination. You did the 2-pack with
D'Lo's coming out.
Okay, so you made a D'Lo.
Yeah.
Who else is there to make besides Mark Henry?
You have Farouk.
Okay. No, they already did the Farouk in
The Rock?
And the Rock 2-pack.
So the Godfather before he was Godfather.
Okay.
So was he Mustafa or whatever?
Something like that.
Mustafa, whatever his name was.
So you get him. You do.
You know it'd be hilarious?
The Nugget figure. Let's do it.
You know it'd be hilarious? Yeah. Remember when DX came out as the Nation?
Yeah. They would never do that.
Because
that'd be so great.
X-Pac had blackface.
Yeah.
Mizark, I just came from the toilet. But put it as like on the packaging like Triple H is the Croc.
Yeah.
With the painted on eyebrow. That would, oh my god. And then whoever that kid was who was Owen Hart. I mean, obviously that figure won't come out, but if they ever did, like don't do the zombies anymore, don't do the mutant ones, even though those I guess are selling pretty good. I just want give me regular. I just want my guys. You know what I'm saying? And we are diehard HBK fans.
Yep. Do every outfit he's ever worn.
Do that, but in like a big, like one of those, like do like a
5-figure.
Yeah, like a 5 or 6 figure thing. I will buy the shit out of that. Make it $100. Okay. If anything I could do to support Shawn Michaels, I'm there. Who also have a tattoo on my leg for himself. Respond to my tweets, Sean. Every other day I tweet. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So that was the big thing that I got from it was that Mattel they're coming strong this year.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It's stacked. It's stacked.
Oh yeah, no, it's looking good. We're getting a lot of new figures.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the figure that's showing up at Toys R Us lately? The Isaac Yankem figure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of want it. I don't know.
Which, the guy that plays Kane, I forgot what his real name is.
Glenn Jacobs.
Yep. Which I saw a photo of him driving around in a smart car with one of his things driving around his town because I think he's the mayor, right?
He's running for mayor. You know what it reminds me of? Police Academy when Hightower had to take out the front seat.
Yeah, he looks ridiculous.
Oh man!
But apparently that's like his most hated character to talk about. He doesn't like acknowledging that
He's Kane.
No, Isaac Yankem.
Oh well.
I mean, I get it.
What? Yeah.
But that was his first step into the WWE. Why wouldn't
start
you?
somewhere, man?
Yeah, that's what I look
Hulk
at.
Hogan came in as a hairy-chested heel.
Yeah,
named Hulk Hogan. Then all of a sudden, you shave the chest. The
the
door's open. The door's wide open for you.
But no, I think there's a lot going on good there.
Also, SH Figure Arts.
Yep.
So they made the Triple H,
Yep.
The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. They made a Kane and Undertaker.
Yeah.
But here's the kick, though. The Kane figure is like when he first took off the mask.
Yeah.
And I don't think it comes with a mask.
It does come with a mask.
It does.
It comes with a masked head.
The half mask or the full mask?
I believe it goes to his,
to where you see his mouth, right?
I think you see his mouth.
So the Undertaker one is the one that pisses me off.
Why?
Because it's not the one that I want.
Or it's because he's wearing fucking MMA gloves?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Because he's the most natural striker in the WWE, according to Michael Cole.
So bad.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, why not do the Undertaker that we all love with the purple and the gray, and do a like a swap, like a hand swap?
Yeah,
that's all you, dude. Look at this. Okay, Jesus, SH Figure Arts, hire me. Good Lord, let's make an Undertaker figure from when he first started. And here's the kicker, right? You don't need to make one that's purple and gray. You just make one of them, have it come in a package with whatever color, and make the accessories the past color. Think about it. You could put the hat in there, the jacket. You could put the two legs that have purple on them, and the two hands that have purple on them.
Yep.
Well, if you don't want to display him in the gray, put him in the purple.
Yeah.
Do a head swap, because when he was in the gray, he had like the orangey mean. He still looked like Mean Mark. You know.
Yeah.
So when the purple came out, give him the black droopy hair, the freaking teardrop on his eye, or whatever.
Which he added.
Which he added. Like, SH Figure Arts, contact me.
Well, I was going to say, the other thing that I saw that's coming out, and that's going to be a ringside exclusive, is the Finn Balor wrestling buddy.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to get me one of those.
And if he turns heel, I hope you don't throw
No, I won't.
out.
I won't do that. No, I still have my original from when I was a little kid. I still have my $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, the Ultimate Warrior, and the Big Boss Man.
Yep.
I had the Hulk Hogan when he went NWO red and black and white.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he was already on a downward spiral for me because he was supposed to be at a live event that I went to.
Yep.
And he got detained by the police for exposing himself.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see him live. So after he turned heel...
Oh, that was like the last straw that broke the camel's back.
That was the end of that. And
So,
I started drawing all over it and then threw it away.
So you went to a show as a kid expecting to see your, at the time,
Hero.
Yeah. Couldn't see him because he got arrested.
Yep.
Then, not to only kick you in the ribs while you're down, drops the atomic leg drop on Macho Man.
Yep.
And that was it for you.
Oh, yeah, I was done.
You lost your shit.
Oh, I was done. So, needless to say, I still have 3 out of the 4 of my originals. I'm still trying to hunt down, for a reasonable price,
Yep.
a Jake the Snake.
Ooh.
And I'd love a Macho Man, but right now they're just so expensive.
I want to get my hands on a Sting.
I had one.
I thought you still had it. You don't have it anymore?
I don't have it anymore.
No?
I had one, but see, the WCW ones had like voices in them, and they hurt.
Yeah.
Like if you hit your brother with it, it hurt.
Yeah.
Like ask my little brother.
Chucky.
He'd know. But those are like the big things that really like are exciting me right now, figure wise. What the hell did you get this week?
So, all right, I have in front of me. I went to the NEW show a couple weeks ago. So I'll do the ones I got the week before, and then I'll okay. So
Since
I have
we last saw each other.
Since we last saw each other, so a couple weeks ago, I have bought a couple ring stars of wrestling. So to start off,
it's the figures toy company.
Yep.
They do Rising Stars of Wrestling, Legends of Wrestling, and ROH figures.
So to start off this gravy train, I got the bad boy Tama Tonga with face paint. I know we talked about it in our first episode, but now that we're actually holding it and we're examining the figure itself,
that might be their best figure.
It looks.
I'm not gonna lie, that might be the best one I've seen them put out.
I love the design on his vest.
Yep.
All these, the Samoan warrior, plus they got his tattoo. I mean, it's these figures are, and another thing too, for all you Mattel people out there, and if you strictly buy Mattel and you want to start moving on to these, you expect to spend $10 to what would you say, $10 to $15 more on these?
Yes.
They're not as posable as the Mattel ones, but for the type of fan that I am, these ones work for me, so that's Tama Tonga. Next on the list, one of my favorites right here, Nick Jackson, one half of the Young Bucks. This figure looks cool. He's got his tongue sticking out, so his signature look. Check them out, the Young Bucks on YouTube, called Being the Elite. Another.
Did it come with a table? Does it come with a table?
Oh my! I didn't even notice that. It comes with a table. And they're wearing their money tights, which is cool. Rocking the green and white. So that figure is cool. And then next on the list right here, I have Matt Jackson, the other half,
which comes with another table. One was brown, and this one is black.
This one is black. Yeah, I didn't even. Wow, you know what? Let me see if Tama Tonga comes with anything. And he does. He comes with a barbed wire baseball bat. Look at that.
Did he?
Or 2x4.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know these guys came with.
Shit.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? I'm happy. So they all come with weapons. So that was Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, and this one is a Ring of Honor figure, and it's none other than Adam Cole, baby. It's not him in his Bullet Club gear, and it wouldn't matter now because he's out of Bullet Club. And he comes with crutches.
Nice.
Crutches and a banner.
Awesome.
A rig, yeah. Wow. And last, and certainly not least, this is a figure I picked up at the NEW show
last night
at Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut. It was the last one that they had, and it was Kenny Omega, Kenny the Cleaner. And you know what, dude? I think it comes... Okay, he comes with a bat, a black bat, but no sunglasses. So...
That's the only complaint that I have, is that I've seen that he comes with no sunglasses, and the Joey Ryans that I've seen online, he doesn't come with sunglasses either.
Aaron, answer me one question.
Yeah.
What is Kenny Omega... What did he always used to walk out with?
A broom. And
why did they... He looks like Sting. If I could describe this figure, it looks like an early WCW Sting figure with no face paint. You can't even take the gloves off. I mean, don't get me wrong.
He has worn the gloves in the matches.
Oh, he has.
When he was doing this character, he did wear the gloves in the ring.
So...
that's okay.
As you can see, it's a black baseball bat right behind him.
Oh, nice. I mean, it's depressing that it's not a broom, because he used to carry a broom out, but that's really cool.
The face scan's a little off to me, but nonetheless, it is still Kenny Omega. There's still time for them to make these amazing figures. You could find these figures at
figurestoycompany.com.
Yep.
I actually go on that website quite frequently.
Yeah,
to see what new stuff is coming out.
And don't go on eBay for these figures because you
buy
will
them
be
direct.
paying
Buy them direct.
directly. Support. You
can get a Blue Meanie autographed figure.
Yeah.
For $50.
Yeah, or if
it's got the authenticity certificate with it.
Or if you get the Wrestle Crate every month, they send a figure. I mean, so you're going to pay $20 a month with Wrestle Crate, and you get a $30 or $20 figure. Also, what I picked up are these pins.
Ooh,
right?
Shiny,
super shiny. As everyone knows that we are huge Bullet Club fans. They're probably one of the only reasons why I'm still into wrestling right now. I have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks pin, a regular Bullet Club, and last but not least, a Kenny the Cleaner pin. You could find these pins and any other Bullet Club merch at ProWrestlingTees.com. Once again, that's ProWrestlingTees.com for all your Bullet Club needs, or at your local Hot Topic. But good luck with that because something got screwed up with all that stuff. But
they sell out very quickly.
They sell out super quick.
This week I went to our local Toys R Us.
Yep.
And I walked in, and they had restocked the shelves.
No more bear.
Yeah, or just no more piles of crap.
No more Sheamus.
Yeah. Which I think he might have been in one of the most recent ones. But I would say one of my happiest moments was walking in and seeing all the SummerSlam stuff.
Yep.
And I got myself a sweet Dusty Rhodes figure.
And it's a basic.
Yes.
Which makes it that much better. And that much... the detail, and when you showed me when I walked in, the detail on this figure, guys, if you go out to your Toys R Us and find this Dusty Rhodes...
Go quick, because they short-packed them. There's only two in a box.
You won't be disappointed.
I grabbed one, I took the other one, hid it behind the shelf, walked away, came back, and there was a chubby guy there, literally with his arms full, and had taken it.
Yeah.
So, if you find it, buy it.
Womp.
Yeah. But I also picked up the Finn Balor from SummerSlam. Which looks amazing.
Beautiful figure.
They had the Mankind one as well. I'm not a huge fan of it. The figure's great. I love Mick Foley. I wasn't a huge Mankind fan as a kid. For some reason, I liked him, but I didn't want his figures. I didn't wear his T-shirts.
Yeah. You weren't attracted to it.
Yeah, no, but
you would watch him.
I respect every bit of it.
Oh yeah,
Mick
Foley is God, man. I don't,
I just don't. I'm just not overly overwhelmed with it. But it was just cool to see that they have the new Enzo and Cass network exclusive basics.
Yep.
Which are weird. That's a new thing they just added because usually they have the network exclusive like Bailey, which I have.
Yep.
It's they're usually an elite.
Yeah.
But these are basics, and they have a Sting, Surfer Sting in orange. Looks mint. And I didn't buy it. I was going to, but I was like, I got to make a decision. I can only get either three basics or a basic,
a 1-in-1,
in a elite or
Dusty all the way,
one elite, and then just walk out of there crying.
Dusty,
I got the Dusty,
yeah.
I got the Finn,
all the way.
And I'll just cry about the other ones later.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure that Sting will be there.
Maybe. Once again, I saw that guy grab one too. So he grabbed one of almost every figure that was new.
Wow.
The only thing that was depressing to me is, and I've tweeted at them and they refused to answer me. Maybe that's why I got blocked on Facebook. On
Facebook or Twitter?
Sorry, Twitter. Twitter, I got my account got suspended
because you tweeted at.
Oh, I think it's because I just kept tweeting at Mattel, telling them that the 2-pack with the Honky Tonk Man and the Ultimate Warrior was wrong.
Yep.
2 reasons.
What were those reasons?
They made the Ultimate Warrior almost an inch taller than the Honky Tonk Man.
Okay.
In figure terms, an inch taller.
Okay.
In real life, they were the Honky Tonk Man was maybe an inch taller than the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
So why does he have to tower over him? Oh, because you want the Ultimate Warrior to look like a big badass. Two,
Now you get it.
he wore a red jumpsuit
Okay.
into the ring.
Yep.
Match starts. He doesn't even get to take it off. The Ultimate Warrior does his normal fucking routine.
Yeah. By whooping that ass.
Picks him up, press slams him, runs back and forth on the ropes. Splash. 1, 2, 3, out of the ring within a minute.
Yep. I remember watching that.
If you watch that video, and I even took the video, copied the link, sent it to them through my tweet, he wore blue trunks underneath.
Okay.
Blue trunks underneath.
Blue trunks over the red.
No, under the red. You know how the red? He wore the jumpsuits, and he would take them off.
Yeah.
And he'd have his gear underneath.
Yep. What does the figure have?
It has red pants. He wore blue.
Mattel, what's going on?
And I just think somebody just didn't care.
Well, you know what?
They're like, no, he wore red. Everybody's going to remember he wore a red jumpsuit. Yeah, but I watched the video, and you're wrong.
Yeah. Well, what do we do every time we get an HBK figure? How long do we sit there and examine it until we're like, okay, this is okay?
Yeah.
And the one thing they still haven't done is... Where are the knee pads?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Jax did that.
Yep.
And even they messed up, but they still acknowledged that he wore knee pads. I mean, I get it. Oh, we'll paint the hearts on the kneecap so it looks like... No. If you're... Even their defining... did he have it? No, he didn't have a defining moments. Or did he?
No. But did you see they're bringing back the entrance figures?
Where they stand on the thing, you press a button on the side?
Button,
I see. You still have yours?
Yeah, I still got it.
I still got mine, too. Yeah. I remember I bought like 8 of them.
Yeah. I know I have it. It still works.
Okay. Mine does, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, no, they're bringing Kurt Angle is going to be the first one.
Of
the new series.
Yes. With or without hair?
With hair.
Yeah, all right.
The old school with the medals
Yep.
in his blue singlet with the red, white, and blue.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's going to look great.
I'm there.
He looks good. So, no, I'm pumped. I'm excited for the future.
Yep.
For, of just figures.
Yeah.
And then, like, the one thing that I forgot to mention at San Diego Comic-Con was they announced that they're going to do, in the 6-inch line of Black Series of Star Wars, they're going to do Luke and the Land Speeder.
Yes.
From the first movie.
And they have a kid's land speeder you can buy now.
Yes. Yeah, they didn't have this shit when I was a kid.
Where was this in the 90s? That's all I got to say.
Oh, and they showed actual... Like, they've shown photos of them, but not, like, where you can actually go and look at them. The fucking retro figures. The WWE has... They're made by Mattel.
Right.
But they're retros of the Hasbros.
Right. Sean's in it, you said, right?
Sean's going to be in the next set. Not this set. This set was more end of Attitude Era guys.
Okay.
So Kane,
Yep.
Austin,
The Rock.
Oh,
you sent me a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Triple H is going to be in it.
Okay.
So the next one's going to be Sean. Sean's going to be in the next one. But they're also going to release newer guys. I think the only guy that I think it's crazy they haven't tried to make a retro figure of him that's wrestling right now, only because he's not anybody on the roster.
Yep.
But in figures terms, this guy he owns 3 or 2 of the Hasbro Holy Grails. Fucking Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
Because he's getting a new Elite.
Is he?
Yes, it's him at SummerSlam, one of his SummerSlam outfits when he wore red, white, and blue.
So
it looks good.
Huh.
I picked up his basic.
I saw him last night too. I should have. Damn, I wish I knew. I would have asked him about that.
Yeah.
Met him last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
He was there?
He was there.
Oh, wow.
He wrestled Warbeard something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Warbeard.
Yeah, Warbeard.
Yeah, but he wore like black and gold and.
Did he?
Yeah, he wasn't in the.
That's
he
cool.
had like shorts on with his boots on or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, and he was also at the Danbury show too. I wish I knew. I would have asked him about his figure and like, dude, are you secretly still with like the company or?
No, he
like,
is.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. No, he went to the Mattel booth and did for Mattel. Talked about the figures and they showed him his new Elite that's coming out.
Wow, Jack Swagger.
Oh, sorry, not Jack Swagger. Jesus Christ, am I saying Jack Swagger this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh man, not Jack Swagger. Why would I say that?
Kurt Angle?
No.
Because I'm like,
not Jack Swagger. Oh, geez.
What was his entrance music?
Oh, man. He's tag teaming with Mojo Rawley.
Zack Ryder.
Why did I say that?
Zack Ryder. Now it all makes sense. So I'm like, I never saw Jack Swagger being
If you ever get a chance, look at his fucking wrestling collection.
Oh, it's
unreal.
Yeah. He's also got the money.
Well, he just bought the unreleased, only one of one. He bought the Macho Man that was in the J.C. Penney calendar, or catalog, I should say, catalog. They never released it, and he had green trunks on.
Son of a bitch.
He bought it. It was a one of one. I forgot how many thousands of dollars that cost him. He also owns, which one was it? He just picked up that. He picked up, they made a one of one Brutus the Barber Beefcake when he was wrestling with, I want to say he was wrestling with like Hogan or something like that when they were like tag teaming, because he's in red and yellow.
Wow.
They never released it. He has that figure as well.
Lucky guy.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, to kind of finish this up, we're crazy into figures. Every week that we do this, we're going to try to do a little review. If we don't pick anything up, if there's anything that we heard that's coming out we want to talk about, we will talk about it. And try to keep you a little in the loop of what's going on in the, at least the wrestling figure. Yeah. The figure end.
Figures are
I'm into Star Wars. You're into like
everything.
You're into like Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, the wrestling, horror stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that
they have action figures for.
Anything, yeah,
But all right, guys, I think that'll be it for today. I know you got to get some places, Jerry. You got to get some stuff to do.
From Triple H, China, Ravishing Rick, and my friends. Oh, and by the way, Bret Hart, you didn't destroy the Clique. Don't confuse expansion with destruction. The Clique owns this business.